And we're back. Situationships video requests. Again, this is a series of videos. I'm on hellorelish.com getting information, and additional information will be in the description box below. I'm also talking about my own personal experiences, things that I've done to others, and things that have been done to me, and what I'm currently kind of dealing with a little bit. You know what I mean? So, the third potential sign that you, my friend, my pal, my viewer, my subscriber, my follower, my hater, I don't know who you are. This third potential sign that you are in a situationship is there's no talks about the future. And that is very true, because they don't see you in the future. That's just it. Like, some of this stuff, when you really sit down and look at it, is very common sense, but common sense isn't always common. And also, logic and emotions don't necessarily mix and match well, okay? Because logically, you can see that this is not going anywhere, but from an emotional standpoint, you're invested, or you really like this person. You may even love this person. So you may ignore logic. So again, third reason, there's no talk about the future. Okay. In a relationship, partners tend to plan for the future together in some capacity. The plans don't necessarily have to be long-term, but they do involve some sort of future time frame, whether it's something to look forward to in a few weeks or months, or maybe even a year down the line. This is true. This is true, in my opinion. And it can also be false. Because, for example, if you're dealing with somebody that's narcissistic, they can future fake all day. So you may be dealing with somebody that's literally telling you what you and them are going to do this summer, over the winter. They done planned this trip. They want to get married in the next 2 to 3 years. They can be giving you all of this bullshit, future faking, and be knowing in their head they are not going to be there. They're not going to do any of these things with you. They may not even want to do these things with you, but they know that these are things that most people want. And again, if it's a true narcissistic and or manipulative person, they've been paying attention to what you've been saying that you want. So if they hear you talking about dates, they may start talking about, well, you know what? This summer, we're going to go here for this restaurant or this date, and may not really be meaning any of it. So even though, according to hellorelish.com, third reason that you may be in a situationship is there's no talk about future, isn't always necessarily the case. Okay, because again, somebody could be talking about the future and still not actually want to be with you. Okay, they could be playing games. Okay, and then you have people who don't talk about the future and actually want to be with you and actually want to have a relationship with you. So again, these are just potential signs. This doesn't actually mean that for sure you're in a situationship, okay? But I do, and in my personal opinion, and experience, do think it's a bit odd that somebody that likes you, that claims that they want to be with you, that claims that the feelings are mutual, is never talking about anything down the road. Again, it doesn't have to be long term. It could literally be, hey, this summer, let's go camping together. Summer is literally basically 2 months away from here. So it's not like a long-term plan, but again, just something to think about. Okay, talk about the future can involve meeting the family, going to an event together, or even talking about future logistics like moving, getting a pet together, etc. A total absence of talk about the future is a sign that your partner doesn't see a long-term future together. This lack of commitment is a sign that you are in a situationship. If you try to bring up the future with your current partner and they dodge the question or give very vague responses, this is another sign that you are in a situationship. That part I do agree with. Like I said, I've been in situationships. I've been in like 2. And it can arguably be said that I'm kind of in one now. I'm not 100% sure. And this is no disrespect to the other person because, hello, I'm also participating in this situation, right? But I agree with this because, again, if you notice, they're never talking about anything down the road. They don't want to plan anything, and it's just really odd. Again, it's a potential sign. I'm going to keep it real. It is a potential sign. It is a bit odd, you know what I mean? Because again, if I actually want to be with somebody, I'm going to be making plans not only for myself, but with that person in mind, right? Like case in point, when I think about going on dates, I'm not going on dates by myself. I'm thinking about going on dates with the person that I like, and I'm thinking about things that they might want to do. And that's just me. You know what I mean? I can't speak for you, okay? Or your partner, or the person that you're in a situationship with, or the person that you're talking to, okay? Or the person that you like. So it is kind of a red flag when you sit down and think about it. Like, oh, I like you and all this, but like, I don't have any plans that include you down the road. Kind of a red flag. Let's be real. Again, it also shows the lack of commitment too. And again, you're in a situationship because you're in an undefined relationship. There's no title. You don't know what you're doing. Number two, there's no consistency. And number three, there's no talk about future. But I'm going to take it even further to the second paragraph. There's a huge lack of commitment. That's just it. There is no commitment. There is no title. There is no relationship. So technically, they don't have to talk to you about things that are going to happen in the future because y'all aren't together to begin with. And that's what I mean by a lot of times logic leaves the chat when emotions take over. I'm guilty of it. And that's why a lot of times you do kind of need to pull back sometimes and ask yourself, what's going on here? How are you showing up? How is your behavior? How are you responding and reacting? Because a lot of this, again, in my opinion, is on us, including myself. Because we put ourselves in situationships. We put ourselves in the friend zone. Let's just be real. Can't nobody put you in a situationship unless you are a willing participant. Can't nobody put you in the friend zone unless you are a willing participant. And a lot of us don't want to take accountability for that. Let's just keep it a buck. Anyways, let me know what you think. Do you think planning out things with your boo, your bae, your partner, the person you're talking to, the person you're dating, do you think you need to plan futures together? Like, hey, let's plan a summer trip, things of that nature. If they don't do any of this, do you think that's a red flag that you might be in a situationship? Let me know in the comment box below. Information is in the description box. I'm out.